Dr. Paul. Today I want to talk about nutrition and mental health. Optimizing mental health through nutrition science. The relationship between nutrition and mental health has become one of the most exciting areas of modern medical research. Once viewed as separate domains, the brain and the digestive system are now understood to be intimately connected. Hippocrates was known to have stated, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food." Scientific studies increasingly demonstrate that what we eat influences mood, cognition, resilience, and even the risk of developing mental health disorders. While nutrition is not a cure for depression, anxiety, or other psychological conditions, evidence suggests it is an important pillar of mental wellness. Research from the emerging field of nutritional psychiatry indicates that dietary patterns can either support or undermine emotional health. What the research shows: one of the most influential studies in nutritional psychiatry was the SMILES trial, conducted by researchers led by Felice Jaca. This randomized controlled trial examined adults with major depression and found that participants who adopted a Mediterranean-style diet experienced significantly greater improvements in depressive symptoms than those receiving social support alone. The study provided some of the first direct evidence that dietary improvement could serve as a valuable component of depression treatment. Another major investigation, the pre-DMED trial, found that individuals following a Mediterranean dietary pattern rich in vegetables, fruits, legumes, olive oil, nuts, and fish demonstrated lower rates of depression and improved overall health outcomes. Research has also shown that diets high in ultra-processed foods are associated with increased rates of depression and anxiety, while diets rich in whole foods correlate with greater psychological well-being. Scientists believe this occurs through several mechanisms, including reduced inflammation, improved neurotransmitter production, and healthier gut microbiota. The gut-brain axis. One of the most remarkable scientific discoveries of the past 2 decades is the gut-brain axis. The digestive tract contains trillions of microorganisms that communicate continuously with the brain through neural, hormonal, and immune pathways. Researchers have discovered that gut bacteria influence the production of neurotransmitters, regulate inflammation, and affect stress responses. Psychiatry professor Valerie Taylor stated, "Some bacteria produce neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which help regulate mood and affect mental illnesses like depression and bipolar disorder. Disturbance in the gut microbiome have been linked with depression, anxiety, and cognitive dysfunction." Although many questions remain unanswered, the evidence increasingly supports the idea that a healthy gut contributes to a healthier mind. Professor Taylor went on to explain, improving gut health may stabilize mood and reduce the severity of mental health symptoms, particularly when combined with other evidence-based treatments. Omega-3 fatty acids and mental health. Omega-3 fatty acids have received particular attention from researchers because they are critical components of brain cell membranes. Multiple studies have associated lower omega-3 levels with poor mental health outcomes. A recent study led by David Mongan and Benjamin I. Perry, Longitudinal Trajectories of Plasma Polyunsaturated Fatty Acids and Associations with Psychosis Spectrum Outcomes in Early Adulthood, has found that persistently low levels of DHA, one of the primary omega-3 fatty acids, were associated with increased psychotic experiences and negative psychological symptoms in early adulthood. Foods rich in omega-3s include salmon, sardines, mackerel, walnuts, chia seeds, although nutrition alone cannot prevent all mental illness. Ensuring adequate omega-3 intake appears to support healthy brain functions and emotional regulation. Inflammation and depression. Scientists increasingly recognize chronic inflammation as a contributing factor in depression and other psychiatric disorders. Inflammatory molecules can interfere with neurotransmitter function and alter communication among some of the brain regions involved in mood regulation. Mediterranean-style diets are believed to help reduce inflammation because they are rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and plant-based nutrients. Researchers continue to investigate whether reducing systemic inflammation may be one of the pathways through which nutrition improves mental health outcomes. Health, wealth, and nutrition. The Roman poet Virgil concluded, "The greatest wealth is health." Although often quoted broadly, modern nutritional psychiatry increasingly validates the spirit of this ancient observation. Mental health is an inseparable part of that wealth. This quote captures the reality that brain health depends upon physical health. American film and television actor and producer Robert Urich stated, "A healthy outside starts from the inside." Modern research suggests this statement may apply equally to emotional well-being. What the evidence suggests. The scientific literature does not claim that nutrition alone can cure depression, anxiety, or other mental health disorders. Rather, the evidence suggests that nutrition acts as a foundational factor, influencing brain health, resilience, and emotional functioning. The strongest evidence currently supports the following recommendations: Mediterranean-style eating patterns, increased consumption of fruits and vegetables, greater intake of omega-3 fatty acids, reduction of ultra-processed foods, support of gut microbiome diversity through fiber-rich foods. These dietary habits appear to create biological conditions that support optimal mental functioning while complementing therapies, medication, exercise, sleep, and social support. Concluding reflection. Modern science is rediscovering a truth that many ancient traditions intuitively understood. The mind and the body are deeply connected. Every meal provides raw materials for neurotransmitters, hormones, immune responses, and cellular repair. While no single food determines mental health, dietary patterns accumulated over years may influence how clearly we think, how effectively we cope with stress, and how resilient we become in the face of life's challenges. The American entrepreneur and motivational speaker Jim Rohn concluded, "Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live." I would like to leave you with some of my final thoughts. The brain is not nourished by thoughts alone. Every wholesome meal becomes a silent architect for emotional resilience, building, bite by bite, the biological foundation upon which clarity, hope, and mental well-being can flourish. Paul Susic, PhD. Thank you for watching my video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel so these videos can reach a larger audience. Thank you. This is Dr. Paul.